Hello, church family. I am so delighted to be with you today. I have a very special guest. Sister April is part of One Step Ministries, but Sister April, I want to tell you publicly, I want to tell you on camera, you're a blessing to this church.
Thank you.
No, you are. You have come in here and helped Ethan and helped me and helped the whole church. You are helping us getting organized. You're one of the most organized people I've ever met. And I want to tell you how grateful I am for helping us with calendars and helping us get things. You're constantly texting Ethan. You're even keeping me straight. And my wife will tell you that's a full-time job. And so, but I want to tell you, thank you for what you do with One Step and what you do with Wednesday night, the kids. You've been a blessing to Tiffany Jones and how you've reached out. And so I want you to just give us a short little word this morning and just encourage people a little bit if you can do that.
Okay. Well, first, I want to say thank you to the Adel Church of God and my new family for receiving us, and allowing us to flow with what God has given us and bringing it out
Right.
more. But I had some other devotions and stuff, but the Lord brought up to my memory and some of the studying I was doing, and it took me to Genesis about the wells, and with Isaac following Abraham's footsteps.
I've been studying that. That's awesome.
And he literally followed his dad in his footsteps. But I'm going to back up a little bit. Abraham is a representation of our father.
Yep.
And if you go back and study in old times, when you go and claim land, the first thing you do is dig a well, right? So when God created us, he kind of showed me that he dug a well within us to stake claim of us.
That's good.
Before, when he created us, so that living water can flow. And
Right.
It depends on how well that well is maintained in our life.
And how deep the well is.
Yes, when we're growing, as if that water flows or not. But unfortunately with me, like this, when Isaac got kicked out, he was prospering and they kicked him out. But it shows right here in Genesis chapter 26, verse 15. So the Philistines stopped up all of Isaac's wells and filled them with dirt. The same wells his father's servants had dug in the time of Abraham. Okay. Right. So Philistines represents enemies, our thoughts, negative things. And sometimes our wells gets filled up with these negative things. What people.
So we have to dig them out.
We have to go and dig them out. And that's what he did. When you go back down into 18, Isaac reopened and restored the wells his father Abraham had originally dug. These wells the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham's death. And Isaac gave these wells the same names that his father had given them. Okay, so that's what we have to do. Okay, one day, and I'm going to go in and read real quick. He goes into the valley. He sends his servants into the valley to dig some wells. Okay, sometimes we go into the valley sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when he dug these wells, the first one, the people of the valley, argued over it. So he called it argument, the first well, and he gave it to them. He went and dug another well, and there was hostility. He called it hostility because they argued about it. But guess what? He gave it to them. And then when they went to dug the third well, there was room for them, and nobody argued or quarreled. But see, when we're in the valley, we have arguments and hostility, but sometimes we've got to do what we got to do, bless others while we're in the valley, and help them so that they can see the love of Christ in the valley.
That's called release.
Yes. And then and just go somewhere else and then move on up out of the valley. And then he built an altar and dug his own well. So he built his own relationship based off what he knew from his father, but then he dug his own well so that he can have a one-on-one relationship.
He didn't get caught up in the argument. Yeah. He didn't get caught up in the hostility. Yes. He didn't get caught up in all of that. He basically cleaned it out so he could have his own one.
Yes.
That is powerful.
Yes.
That is awesome. And I think that's what your ministry is. And I think that's what all of our ministry is to help people to dig out those wells.
Yes.
And to get rid of that junk.
Yes.
So that they can have clean water and purified water.
Exactly.
To serve and worship God.
Yes.
Sister April, that is a powerful word. Thank you for joining us today. And I love it. God bless you.